Happy January 2024 to you. We hope you had the most incredible start to your year and that you had the most amazing break with your loved ones over the holiday season. We wanted to bring you, fresh into January, some rituals, not resolutions, rituals that you can add to your everyday that are just going to put an invigorated bounce of energy into your step. So, first things first, how we start the day is so important. Laying in bed when we wake up, I know that I feel this. Sometimes your brain starts going, what can I do? What I've got to do? And it sort of picks a frequency, picks a vibe for the day. But actually we can really work to govern, to start setting that, to swing the pendulum, to swing the momentum in our favor to what we want to create and what we want to see in and from the day. So we're going to work with this ritual of kind of stimulating our energy and setting the intention of what we do and what we want from the day. So we're going to bring, very simply, hands together. I'm going to start to rub them together like we had before, a little bit like making a chi ball, but this time we're just sort of stimulating the vibration. Now, as you're doing this, keep going while I just show you what's next. You're going to be breathing in through the nose. And as you exhale, I want you to have this feeling almost like you're landing the breath into the heart center. So the exhale is settling. That's kind of like the ground point. That is your foundation point. So inhaling in, exhaling, landing the energy into the heart center. So keep rubbing those hands together, breathing in. Exhaling, landing that energy into the heart center. And then we get to pick, what is the magic mix? We've got your energy going here, we've got your breath flowing here. Let's use our words as a one to pick the intention and sit with it and use it for the day. And I'm going to pick love and joy. Love and joy. So I'm just going to keep saying that over. Love and joy. Inhale. Exhale. Land that energy. Love and joy. So I'm breathing that in. Love and joy. Exhale. Landing it into the body. Just do that one more time. 3 times for me. Breathing in. Love and joy. Exhale. Landing it into your center. And then letting the hands come to rest. Opening the hands like an open book, like you're opening in, facing into that energy. Scooping it over the eyes, taking a breath, bringing that energy into the eyes, how you see that today, how you see that love, that joy, or whatever that intention is for you. Scooping up over the crown, so clearing through the thoughts, scanning down the back of the neck, bringing the hands to the heart center, and once again, exhaling, landing that energy. We can do that 2 more times. So always using that lovely, lovely vibration of 3. As above, so below. 1 more round. Landing it in. Then you're ready to get up, get into your day, but you've set your initial intention. You've turned the key on your ignition. You've got your energy sparked. And like a kind of a dog or a horse coming out of a trap in the race, the energy is like going, right, boom, that's what I'm after. Love and joy, whatever that is that you choose today. So that's how we start our day. Then we want to talk about what we can do in the day just to keep the energy a little bit fresher. And I want to talk about different elements today. So we talked about the breath, absolutely. And we talked about a little bit like our own inner fire, our chi. But we should also always talk about water, emotion, because that's the thing that can throw us. We can feel really like we set the day off strong. Then if we start to feel a little bit emotional about things or things come into the day that kind of throw us, it's not very easy just sometimes to jump into the shower, have a salt bath. You might not have the time for it. So when we talk about foot baths, super simple, a bowl of warm water. I want to use warm water because the heat starts to open the pores. I'm going to put in a cup of pink Himalayan salt. And in there also, if you want to, you don't have to, if you're not a crystal junkie like me, I'm going to put some labradorite into there because that reflects the inner heart's truth. So why are we doing this? Planting the feet into the soak allows, and you might have seen this if you kind of ever had reflexology, but there is a map on the bottom of the feet that scans the whole of the body. So it gives you access energetically to every meridian line within the body, into accessing all of the organs within the body. It helps us start to break through fascia and thought. Just we can do so much release through the feet. So the water with the salt begins to open the pore. The salt starts to pull down from your root through your feet. Anything that is in your way of kind of emotionally, that's kind of maybe getting in your flow or stagnating. And then the labradorite freshens up the root. So as we give over, we take back. That's what this whole year's about. It's like I've given this all over and now I'm taking back, bringing in the energy that resonates, therefore, and the water will be the amplifier of that which resonates with your heart truth. You can do that many times as you want in the day. You can actually almost even visualize it. Sometimes it's as powerful. Just try it, have a go with it for me. And it might be just like any time of the day, reading a book at night time, or it's just a sort of sense of actually even just getting a glass of water, putting the salt and putting the crystal in on your desk. It's going to have the same vibration. You just want to start to visualize it through your feet, play with it, have fun with it. Trust me, anything and all things goes. And then we should talk about the next part of the day. So I want to sort of tail end the day. The going to sleep. Whew, we race into the day and we race into bed. And that's the time where there's so much healing happens at nighttime. We can get so exhausted in sleep when your energy can fly high and do all this, and you can journey and act, which we actually want to do, but we need to sort of make sure that the tap's not running too freely. That actually when we want to bounce into the next day, that we're not kind of bouncing in off the tiredness of the last day. So we've gone into our sleep, but actually the energy's still kind of locked or still kind of synchronizing with where you were when you went to sleep. So for this, we're always going to use fire. We're always going to use a cleansing tool. So I'm my little magical pot. So we've got, I've always got holy wood, Palo Santo. I've always got sage. For this, before bed, I always like to use holy wood, the Palo Santo. So I'm lighting off a tea light just because the flame just catches a little bit easier. So always put the tip into the flame. Catches light. Let it burn for a moment, then let it go. So talking about energy running through, think about the body like a tap, like we talked about before. We're going to think about the top of the head being like the Twizzler, I don't know the plumbing term for that, on the tap. So we're going to bring the holy wood and the smoke, and this is the smoke that's going to be lifting up anything from the body and the being, from the crown, from the thought, that vibration of chatter. And we're going to start to circle. We're going to move it as you're going right, so it's kind of clockwise. Just take a few breaths. And there's sort of sense, this feeling that everything, talking about that base sense once again, rising up from the heart, out through the head. Now you want to do this, I should have said this before, I'm sorry. Plant your feet on the ground, sit on the edge of your bed. Or if you have a chair by the side of your bed, do it for there. But we want to take this and then literally lay back into sleep. So everything's starting to raise up from our root. And then we're going to draw it back down into the heart center. Draw it back down into the heart center. One more time. Draw it back down into the heart center. Then there's that feeling that lifting, and now that lovely vibration of clear flow coming. What we want to start to do is just to not lock that energy off, but just secure it in. So we take the holy wood now over the top of the head. This time we're going to go from left to right. So we're just turning the tap off. We've cleared the flow, and now we're just turning the tap off. We're allowing that energy to sit within the body and store. And then we swoop back down to heart center. Swooping. Swooping. Taking a breath. Now you're ready to lay back into a deep sleep, not of worry so much, but of invigorating and your energy coming back to you. That's the intention we set. Everything coming back that serves you, that is clear for you, coming back to you so you can start your tomorrow with that tigger bounce once again. So let us know how you go. Also let us know any rituals that you're working on that you found really have kind of helped you bounce into and transform your mindset and your mood. Sharing is caring. I would love to hear from you. And so enjoy and see you next month.